Hi BookTube, my name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. Today I am coming to you with day 4 of Vlogmas. Yay! Welcome, happy Saturday everybody. I am super happy it's the weekend. I'm extra happy because I don't have to work this weekend. I work Monday through Friday, but in November, one day in October and a couple days in November, I worked a couple Saturdays, like for 4 hours in the morning. They just want someone here for a few hours on Saturday and Sunday, or someone available by phone or through our chat, just in case there are people who come through, potential clients and things like that. So I opted to work a couple Saturdays, taking the time in lieu for later, and I'm not needed again until the 18th of December, so that's great. I don't mind doing it once, maybe twice a month, but I wouldn't want it to be a regular thing. I mean, I'm already working 5 days a week, right? So yeah, but anyway, I don't have to work today, but today Bree and I have an interview for the podcast. We'll be interviewing an author. I am very, very excited about that. Looking forward to it. That's at 11 my time, and then after that, Garrett and I are probably going to go over to Walmart and get a little shopping done, look at some of the Christmas stuff and what have you. So what I'm probably going to do is hold off on posting this vlog until much later today and see if I get any clips later on throughout the day to include for you guys. So it's not just me sitting here every day yammering on to you about books and crafts and tea. Although you guys have been seeming to enjoy it, so I do appreciate that, so thank you very much. So we will start off with reading. I did finish a book yesterday. Let me get the cover of it here, because like I said, I'm wanting to try to make this as easy as possible for me to get this edited and posted for you guys with minimal amounts of actual, like, editing. Because if I have to do a ton of editing, I will be honest with you guys, these might not get up every day. So, you know, that's a thing. Drinking my coffee this morning. I've got it in my thing here. Side note, as I try and get the book cover that I want to show you guys. So this is from David's Tea. I got it a number of years ago. So it's a great little, like, to-go type thing. No joke, you guys, this keeps stuff hot, like big time. One time, I think it was back last winter, because I've had this for a couple of years now. They have different ones, but they're just with different designs. But this is like the metal one. And I had made my tea in the morning, and I accidentally left it on the kitchen table, and I went to work, and I left it there all day. And I got home that night, so 10 hours later, you know, my 8-hour workday plus an hour drive in either way, I got home and I was like, oh, the tea, you know, I should really pour that out. It's probably cold and gross and whatever. I pulled the lid off it, guys. It was still warm, like warm. It wasn't hot, but it was still warm. So this keeps stuff nice and hot. So just a little plug for the good people at David's Tea. I do love their stuff. Even though I did not get a David's Tea calendar this year, it was more because I wanted to try something new. And I've been really happy with the calendar. So we'll get to that in just a few minutes. So the book that I finished yesterday, right here, was Christmas, Criminals, and Campers by Tanya Kappas. So there's the cover. This was cute. I ended up giving it 3.5 stars. This is a fun little cozy mystery series. I really don't... It's I'll be honest, you guys, it's not the best cozy mystery series, but it's a lot of fun. So the premise of the series itself, for those of you who are unfamiliar with it, is about a woman named Mae West who was born and raised in Kentucky, and then when she was 18, she left and she went to the big city of New York. And she met and married this very, very wealthy man. And at the beginning of the series, 4 books ago, because this is book number 4, she and her husband have, I think he died. Yeah, no, divorced. And then he was found murdered. So I guess in the divorce, the only thing that she got was this small campground in Kentucky called Happy Trails, the Happy Trails Campground. And it's by the Daniel Boone National Park. So she inherited this campground and a camper, and in the first book, her plan was to sell it and, you know, kind of just take the money, but she ended up really enjoying it. It's a great, small, quirky little town, and I really like it. So in this story, it does take place at Christmas time. I will be honest, and I mentioned this yesterday, that I am going to mention how much Christmas are actually in these books. And this one, guys, it was very minimal. This could have been set at any other time of the year. And really, they would have just had to have changed a few details. So in this one, there's an author who's very well known for writing these kind of small town Christmas romances. But like I said, if they had just changed that detail to just small town romances, it would have worked exactly the same. But she reminded me of a Debbie Maycomer. Like every year she puts out like another Christmas book, and they're these cute little small town Christmas cozy books. And the author comes to town because she is looking to kind of get away from everything and write her new book, and then she ends up murdered. So it's like who done it, essentially. So it was fun. It was quirky. These are short books. They're right around the 200-page mark. They are all available on KU. I think there's 25 books in the series. I am going to continue with it. I am enjoying it enough to want to continue with it. They're fun. I love the covers so much. They're so charming and cute. And yeah, if you're just looking for a quick little cozy mystery series, I definitely recommend this one. But yeah, 3.5 stars. I enjoyed it, but not a ton of Christmas. Contrary to the cover, this one really does not feel extra Christmassy to me. So yeah, but it was fun. So what am I currently reading? I'm still currently reading the same couple books I showed you guys over the last few days. I'm still reading Christmas on Peachtree Lane by Jules Bennett, but I was reading this yesterday, and I wanted to try and sneak a few pages in at work because it was quiet. And I looked for it at my library, and then I looked, and I realized I own it on my Kobo. So I'm now reading it digitally, you guys. And I love reading a physical book, don't get me wrong. I'm hoping to maybe start another physical book today. But I find reading on my e-reader so much quicker. So yeah, so I'm reading this here now. I'm just under 50% of the way through. I'd like to get this one done today or tomorrow. It's a quick read. It's just I haven't been picking it up. So I got to get back to doing that. But yeah, I am enjoying this one. I've talked about it for the last few days, so I'm not going to go into it again. It's like a small town contemporary romance. It's super cute. I love it a lot. So yeah, that's a good one. And then the other book that I am only about 20% of the way through, but I want to get a little bit more through it today. I was thinking, because I've been listening to this on text-to-speech, that I might actually sit here this morning and add the next square to my sock yarn blanket while listening to this book. So that's kind of my game plan for this book. So I am still reading, and then I thought that way I can get through it a little bit faster too, because I do want to eventually finish this. I don't just want to be reading this for the entire month of December. That just would not be any fun. So let me get to the cover here. So on my Gloss app from Harlequin, I am listening, reading, text-to-speech, however you want to call it, a very merry date, a merry Christmas date by Cindy Powell. So I am enjoying this one a lot. It's really cute. It's a friends to lovers romance. Like I said, I'm 20% of the way in. I'll share more with it as I get it done, which I'm hoping, like I said, is sooner rather than later. And let me see here. So I really only listened to a chapter of it last night. Take that off. Sorry, just kind of doing some general housekeeping here. All right, there we go. Okay, so today, though, like I said, I have now started listening or reading this one digitally. So I have space I like to have like a print book and an ebook on the go, because I can read that way. Like I can have like 4 books on the go if I have them in different formats. Like, you know, the one on my Kindle Fire, on the Gloss app, I'm listening text to speech. You know, I can have an audiobook on the go. I can have an ebook and a print book. And then in my brain, it allows me to jump between them because they're in different formats. Does that make sense? So I do want to pick up another print book today, and I'm thinking I'm going to go with a good old Dolores Fosun, Christmas at Colts Creek. So I might start that one today. I've got my bookmark all ready to go. I haven't showed you guys the bookmarks. All of my bookmarks, pretty much all of them, are from S.J. Wonderlands, and I love her stuff, and I just ordered, they probably won't get here until just before Christmas, unfortunately, but she did a 12 days of Christmas, like an advent for 12 days of bookmarks, and I got them last year, and I really thought that they were cute. So she did it again this year. I wish I'd ordered earlier in November so I would have them for December, but that's okay. I'll have them for next year. But this is one of the ones from last year. It says, "The elf made me read past my bedtime." So I'll try and show you guys my bookmarks as I come to them because they are just super, super cute. So that's the one I'm using for this book. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's right there. I got the red cup from Starbucks this year. You know, they have the, one day, I think it was on the 18th of November, that if you bought a holiday drink, you got the plastic red cup, like the grande size. And I was super happy I got it, and I used it for like a week. And then the one day I was using it, and it was leaking. Like out the bottom, it's leaking. And I was so mad. I'm like, I literally have had this for a week. But it's free. How can you return it, right? So what I've actually been using it for, so I'm using that for all of my Christmas bookmarks. So I'll just keep that up year round with all my Christmas bookmarks in it. And then over here, right there, I have a mug that I got from the team at Read Bliss a few Christmases ago. It just says Read Bliss on it. Like when that channel was Read Bliss is now gone and it's now amalgamated with Harlequin. So the few videos I'm now doing for them are going to be on the Harlequin website. But I have that mug and I use that for the rest of my bookmarks. So since we're showing off bookmarks, the one that I was using for Christmas on Peachtree Lane is another one from S.J. Wonderlands, and it just says Merry Christmas with the car with the presents. It's very, very cute. So, yeah, I like those very much. But, yeah, so that's it for reading, I think, you guys. Yeah, that's it for reading. I just want to make sure I put everything away so I don't lose anything. Stacks of books all around me. So let's get into the tea and stuff. Yay. So yesterday's tea was citrus green. There's the packaging. I saved it to show you guys. This was really yummy. It was very subtle, surprisingly. It smelled a lot like lemon. Like you could really smell the lemon in it, but it wasn't an overpowering lemon taste. It was really nice, really subtle. It was a great tea for last night before I went to bed. And I have to say I really enjoyed it. It was yummy. I had planned to bring it to work to make it when I got into the office, but I left it at home. So I made it last night after dinner. So I really enjoyed that. Yeah, so this is one that I think I would definitely get again. So let's get today's tea from my advent calendar. So we are on day 4. Day 4. Where is day 4? Right there. So let's see what we have here. It was right beside day 3. That's boring. Make me work for it, people. Let me see what we have here. Oops. I am really happy to say at the end of the day that I'm happy that I got the tea bags as opposed to, oops, this is a bigger one. It seems like a bigger one. It just makes life easier. Like if I do take it to the office, I don't have to fiddle around with the tea bag and the loose leaf tea. And I do love a good loose leaf tea, so don't get me wrong. Ooh, we have a cranberry tea. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Full leaf tea in a pyramid bag. Ingredients. Okay, so it's a black tea, cranberries, raspberry leaves, and cranberry flavor. So I will report back tomorrow, you guys, but that one sounds really good. So I love, love cranberries. So yay, I'm looking forward to that one. So that was the tea. So last but not least, let's get into the crafting. So yesterday, oh, I forgot to pick a book. Oh my goodness. I'll be right back, you guys. Okay, and I'm back. Sorry. Completely slipped my mind. I'm like getting all the things together that I need to sit down and talk to you guys. And I'm like, wait, I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting? And I remember. I'm just glad I remembered before I finished the video. So I'm trying, like, I'll just keep this brief, but I know that there's a lot of people who might not watch all of the Vlogmas videos. So essentially what I'm doing is I have 4 shelves of category romance. And what I'm asking for you guys to do is post in the comments below and give me 3 numbers. 3 numbers. One number between 1 and 4, another number between 1 and 4, and a number between 1 and 75. And I'm keeping a list, and as people post, I am adding to my list, and then I'm picking a book. So essentially over the 24 days, I'll be picking 24 books off my category shelves. One, to show you guys some of the books. This is just a small sampling of just some of the books that I have on my shelves. But the other thing is for a project for next year, where once I have all 24 books, I'm going to put them aside, and then in 2022, every month, I'm going to randomly pick 2 of them to read that month. So it's kind of helping me read some of the books off my shelves as well. So the numbers for today, it came from Jess again. She picked yesterday's numbers as well. So you guys can put more than one group of numbers. That's perfectly acceptable. So she picked the first shelf, which is that shelf right there. So that bookshelf, and then shelf number 3, so that shelf right there, and book number 10. A Harlequin historical, you guys. Oh, yay. I'm so excited. So this is Alaskan Renegade by Kate Bridges. Now, she is a Canadian author, which is very exciting. She also wrote some books that were like Canadian Mounties, like for the historical line. So, yay. I'm very excited about this one. This one is they don't list the numbers on the outside, but I would write them down. Or they're just on the inside here. 968, and this is from November of 2009. So a few years old. This is part of a series, I believe, but that's okay. As you guys know, I'll rate series completely out of order. Let's just have a little look-see at that cover, shall we? Just for a second. So it says on the back, he'd been called many things, but never a husband. In need of a bodyguard on her mission into the Alaskan wilderness, Nurse Victoria Windhaven is shocked to recognize the hired gun as none other than Brant McQuaid, a man she had thought never to see again. Brant, now a notorious bounty hunter with a burning passion for justice, had once betrayed her. But closely confined in a stagecoach by day, and even more closely combined under the stars by night, Victoria can't help but dream of turning this renegade into the ideal husband material. Sounds good, right? Oh, yay. I'm very excited. I do like her work. I've read it before, so this one should be really, really good. Looking forward to that. So thank you, Jess, for picking those numbers. Now on to the crafting. So the first thing, of course, is the blanket. Still, again, haven't decided if this is eventually going to be a blanket or a scarf, but we're just going with it. So after today, I got to start weaving in some ends, or else this is just going to become a mess. So I now have my 3 squares. So this was day 1, day 2, and this is day 3. So today's is going to go right here in the corner. And then I will have a nice little square. And then what I'll do is I'll go up 2 and then over and then add. So I always want it to be a perfect square as I go. That's kind of my goal. So if this does eventually become a blanket, it will be a square blanket if I just keep adding the way I'm adding. So yeah, so I am enjoying this quite a bit. I do like yesterday's. Kind of a neat effect that it had to it. So yeah, so I've now got 3 of those in there. So let's pick today's yarn out of my giant bag o' yarn. I'm just going to reach our hand in here and grab one. Ooh, there's a lot of blues. I seem to be picking blues out. So there's some blue and purple in this one. It's kind of not focusing really, but you know. Yeah, so there we go. Sorry about the camera. So that is what is going to get put into the blanket today. So that's that. And then the one last thing that I want to show you guys, of course, is my cross stitch. I showed you a picture of this yesterday. I don't think I'll show it to you again today. Maybe I'll show it to you tomorrow. The finished piece. But this is a cross stitch picture from Autumn Lane Stitchery. I love their stuff so much. And this one is called Santa Claus is Coming to Town. And I got a little bit more work done on it yesterday. Not a lot. The day before, I only had like the T, the top of the O, and then I've started the W. I only had that done. I added in all the white yesterday and I finished off the O. So not a lot of progress, but of course I was working yesterday. Today I'm hoping, my goal today is to get the word town finished. And then I want to start on Santa Claus. And Santa Claus would actually be like over here. But I've got all the fabric kind of folded over just to make it easier to put in the bag. But yeah, so that is that. Oh, you know what? Maybe I will. Because like I said, not everybody watches every day of these vlogs. So, you know, it's a thing. What I should do is just save the picture so I don't have to search for it every single time when I sit down. Because I will be working on this like all month. My goal is to stitch on this on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So 3 days every week this will get worked on. I'd like to get a really good amount of it done by the end of the month. So, and then I will probably put it into my stitchy rotation. So here we go. I'm so glad that you guys are like enjoying this crafting stuff because yeah, I do have the secondary channel, but the more I'm doing this and sitting down with you and just kind of showing this stuff, the more I'm kind of like, why don't I just keep doing this? I don't know. I haven't decided yet exactly what I'm going to do. I might just go back to showing you guys my crafting stuff in my weekly reading vlogs. So we shall see. But that's what the finished piece is going to look like. So as you can see, I've done the T, the O, and I'm working on the W. But I really kind of want to start working on Santa Claus because it's Santa Claus. So yeah, so we shall see how that goes. But you know, my goal maybe for the end of the month would be to finish that word, obviously, and maybe finish Santa and start on the list. It doesn't look like a lot, but it is a lot to stitch on, and it's just gorgeous. So there's 2 versions of this pattern. So the first version, and I showed you guys this yesterday, the first version at the top here has snowflakes, and then across the top of the word town, it's got Santa with the reindeer. The version that I'm actually stitching is I'm stitching the alternate version, because I think it's cuter, is up here, Santa's up here, and he's in color. And then there's just some snowflakes above the word town. So that's the one that I'm doing. So yeah. So anyway, I'm losing my voice. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Pardon me. Sorry about that. So that's it. That's all I have to show you guys. I'm going to relax now for a bit. I'm going to put my square in my blanket. And then that's pretty much about it. Like I said, Brie and I have that interview this morning. Then we're going to Walmart, Garrett and I. So, like I said, I will try and get some more clips. And this probably won't go up till much later tonight. I'm thinking if I try and post these like around 6 or 7 at night, that should work. I could always post it the next day, but I kind of like posting it same day. So yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling. I will let you guys go and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, guys.